Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. We're live here on Rubi-ka and obviously on the Twitch. Obviously better video quality, etc. on Twitch. Sorry, on YouTube. Get it right, Carlos. Yeah, I got the higher bitrate, 1440p, etc. And Twitch, as high as it'll go, basically, but 1080 at the lower bitrate. Right. I'm just doing the social medias in the background. Posting. And... There we go. Right. There we are. I think that covers most of it. Yes. Yes, it does. Right. Okay. Let's go. Live screen. There we are. Yeah, so sorry about no stream yesterday. I know I normally stream on a Friday, but it was just one of those kind of Fridays where we were doing stuff till like 9 o'clock at night. I had an early start on this morning, so I kind of thought, time I get everything fired up and ready to go, it'll basically be time to end the stream, so I just didn't bother with one. Beer o'clock, your very good health. Now then, we were doing the Elysium Garden quest. Yes, we were. However, we had an unfortunate crash which caused, well, essentially, where the hell did that come from? They've got Black Market Prescription and Grid Runner. I don't remember getting those, but nice to have, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so it deleted the key quest and it deleted the letter associated with it. So, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna go to the NPC we spoke to last first, just to see if that picks up the mission again. I'm not sure it will, but we'll try that first, just to see if that's auto-corrects it, and I think that because that's an NPC that you speak to and then hand a letter to, then run off. We did that, and then, yeah, the quest disappeared out of the mission log, and so did the letter, so go back to them, give that a try. If not, it's go back to first NPC and pick up the quest from the beginning. Alright, here we go. There we go. We have the shiny access buff. Ecclesiast, and I know he's the one on the far west side, up near the Spine Tooth, near the Mushroom Trail. So we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. And TS 1966, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. The one near Utopia. So you don't reckon go back to the previous NPC? Yeah, that's the only reason is I'm thinking try him first. If not, we'll do, we'll try it the other way. So if it won't pick it back up after him, or he just won't talk to me, then it's go back to the very first NPC. Have to see. I don't know. Could go either way. These things happen. It is a pre-alpha open test server, so they're doing the first to rate, and I thought they'd done one. Didn't they spawn to chew back in the beginning of the week, maybe? Am I kidding myself, am I? Could be right. I'm sure I saw screenshots. I could be deluding myself. Pink Goggles, no clue. Welcome to the stream. I think this is the first one with a chance of success. Oh, them's harsh words, but you could be right. I might have been quicker going through the Whispervale porthole, as I think of it. The one that's near the port. We'll see. What the hey? We're here to test. Not gonna lie, I was a bit miffed. Also, I was a couple of beers, like 4 beers deep into the stream, so I guess that didn't help. Anarchy Online 211. Okay, out of bad hell. Sorry, the Bezos has got another rocket to build, I guess. God knows. Aren't they doing a thing now on Twitch where you can use your Amazon Prime and instead of using it to sub to a channel, you can use it to not have ads or something? Is it like Turbo or something like that? I don't know. I don't bother with it. Anyone I watch on Twitch is generally someone I am sub to, so I don't see ads anyway. Yeah, and the only guy that does sponsored ads that I don't mind, well, there's two actually. LTT do them, but since they just let Riley do them, they've been actually funny. And then Internet Historian, because he just doesn't give a shit. The ads that he does are just like comedic gold anyway. Yeah. Well, Anarchy Online to do whatever. Yeah, don't use that kind of language in the chat. It's your first warning. No need for it, mate. I don't mind swearing, but really? Really? It got auto-modded anyway. I don't mind people swearing and whatnot. Doesn't personally offend me in the least. But really, that comment? What was the... Really? Wait to zone. Yeah, I'm not personally offended, my dude. You know, free to say what and think whatever you want, but okay, we're not zoning here today. That's what you get. Alpha server. Pre-alpha server, essentially. Little bits and pieces are broken here and there, but the stuff they have fixed, just bloody amazing. Yep, and yeah, that porthole worked just fine. I mean, the only time I ban people is, you know, like the bot spammers, people like that. Bye, viewers here, you know, anyone like that. Bye-bye. You know, not just drop dead. Off your jolly well, fuck, basically. That's the only thing with Shadowlands when you're low level. It takes forever to get anywhere. My gut feeling is if I talk to the guy, he's just not going to react and we won't be able to pick the quest back up from him. We'll have to go back to the first guy. Excuse me. Trying to think now where this guy is. Acolyte, yeah. But he's not there, he's over there. You follow the mushrooms instead. You're only working on Keeper and Shade? Yeah, I just don't have enough time to work on much else, to be honest. I did start off with an Advi as usual. Mainly just to kind of Bagsies on my name. But yeah, I like Keeper and Shade. They're cool. They're fun to play. No, he won't talk to me. God damn it. Back to the first bloody mob. Yeah, that was as far as we got. And it was some time after crashing, getting back on, that I realised the letter and the mission had vanished. I didn't spot it straight away. There you go, beer o'clock for you, I guess. So we talk to the guy outside the temple, we go in, we talk to a couple of guys inside the temple, then we talk to the guy at the top cliff edge above the temple, then we end up in Barter, and then that guy. So we've got to retrace those steps. Let me up the cliff, come on. Yep. Drastic lighting changes as we change angle, that's a bit weird. I think that's DG Voodoo shenanigans, to be honest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fine, I'll go round. Yeah. The cliff edge guy is not needed in this release. He's a repeat of one of the others. Is that right? Seems like it's time to high-five a heckler now. Could be. Could be if it's time for some XP. That could be a plan. Well, someone be camping Preds. But they've AFK'd, so... Nada. While we're running past, why not? Almost seems rude not to. Red armor wars, yeah, a little bit. Very limited resource, unfortunately. Drop rate is the drop rate, you know. Ghostmaster, welcome to the stream. Yeah, nada. Drop rate's abysmal, that's the problem. If it was like one random bit of Predator armor on every kill, people would camp it for 5 minutes or whatever, 10, 20 minutes and bugger off. But as it stands, that's not the case. So, yeah. It's like, oh, I don't know, 1 drop in 20 maybe? If that. Oh, the spawn is to the north of the kind of middle section of the map. People camp that one as well. Just in case you thought maybe they didn't, but yeah, they do. You go there, there's usually someone stood there trying to farm. And I get it, it's the best in slot armor at lower levels for shade anyway, so. Given there's no AI armor on this server yet, because AI isn't a thing on this server yet. Leaves you, I think all the parts are equally poor drop rate. The only one I think that's worse is the tank armor from the temple, but I'm pretty sure shades can't wear it in 18.4. I think it's kind of like in the days of old, which we're in effectively. There's tons of back armor that shades can't use. Also, shades can't use token boards, so comp lit is it's hard work. Primarily because you don't get the bonus of comp lit from a token board, because you can't wear one. And yeah, even with those handicaps, shade is massively popular on this server. They did add some intermediate weapons for shade, and added them to the loot table of not Steps of Madness. No. Oh god, yeah, you can't jump over this stupid bit. They added them to the Foreman's dungeon called Scalpels. Oh, come on, really? Fine, I'll take the scenic route, Gouter. Peer pressure, Peter. Welcome on in. Right, all the way back to mob number 1 and pray for no crashing and losing the quest a second time, because that would be kind of unfortunate. Let's say. See what happens when we try and talk to this guy. If he's like, I have nothing to say to you, then the quest still thinks it's at a different point in the quest. Yeah, Ruby's the latest. Is that the one where they did the Beast raid? It's like, fair dues. I mean, you ain't supposed to be there, but you got there, so whatever. Beacon Warp still works in certain areas in Shadowlands. And certain areas in Shadowlands are actually not in Shadowlands. They're on Rubi-ka. I didn't know it was the Beast Room was one of them, though. That was long ago. Oh, I don't know. Right, I think it starts with this guy. Yeah, I think we're doing the whole thing again. Damn. Well, if there ever was... They had to, well, yeah, but if you're a Froob, you can't go to Shadowlands. You're denied entry to Shadowlands legitimately. So no, they didn't run there. Unless they hacked something, and I don't think maybe they want to advertise they did that. Not that Funcom would do anything these days. Yeah, if you can go up to any legitimate entrance to Shadowlands on a Froob, and it will deny you access. It says, error, must have Shadowlands. So they got there through a back door of sorts, maybe with Beacon Warp, but they sure as hell didn't get there any other way. Yeah, they didn't run there. Because bits of Shadowlands would have kicked them out. So unless they were in like the new mission areas, they're not Inferno. You can take your Inferno boots or ring off in the new mission areas. There's no dot. Same once you enter the Beast Room. There's no dot. You can take your Hold Hell at Bay off in the Beast Room and there is no dot. Because technically the game thinks you're on Rubi-ka. Right, back in a sec. No, you can't run through Pand on a Froob. Because the starting area has the dot, which means it's Shadowlands. Yeah, there was one level 1, but they weren't a Froob that had the +10 ring. And they legitimately got to one of the Inferno dungeons that drops it. As soon as you use a cheat engine like AO Sharp, there's no achievement whatsoever. As basically your third-party tool isn't. It's like, oh, I beat Skyrim at level 1. You typed God mode. You know, you did whatever I forget now. You went tilde TNG or whatever it is for God mode, you know, and that was it. So there's no achievement there in using Sharp. Anyone that does anything with Sharp's achieved fuck all, you know. Talk to your brethren. Right, I got the letter back. First guy is Thar Alder. So is he inside the temple or where was he? Oh, there he is. Right, letter. Please, can I have it back this time? Blah blah. I swear. Whatever. I swear. Yeah, I know. I know. Dark. Did it with like a level 6 or something, level 6, 7, 8, like single digit level 2 and got a plus 10 and all that. Did all the garden quests, but it was on a paid account. They just didn't level the account. They just, them and a bunch of mates did a lot of work to make it work. Enel, why yeah? On you next. There was a level 1 agent in quality 71 gear with a plus 10 ring and a bunch of other like quality 71 implants, mostly Keeper's Edge, etc., and a quality 71 Perennium sniper rifle, which is just bonkers. Yeah, they spent, I don't know, it was something like 8 months building that character, dying a lot just to get that ring. But they've done it, and they got one of the strongest, most ridiculous level 1 characters on the entire server. Oh, right, yeah, you want the letter? There you go, my dude. Cypheus blah, 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 is inside the temple, I think. Oh, Ward has finished. Oh, need nanopool. I think my next level, I might just fill nanopool. I get sick of having to recharge it constantly. Excuse me. Oh yeah, to chew is happening. Gamel 007. Welcome to the stream. Gotta do the spiral staircase of illness. Yeah, so if you're on the PRK server and you want to get your Inferno boots sorted and you've got your parts, to chew is being spawned. Yeah, there's no requirement on the plus 10 ring except class group. That's it. And I don't know if it does on this server, but on live 18.7 onwards, whichever one drops, if you right click it, it changes to the correct one and then you can equip it. Though, yeah, there was a few items that were exclusive to like either the AO birthday or holiday event. There are a couple like that, yeah. Scroog's List and all that stuff. This area's cloak. I'm not sure. This is where the back item drops. It's the temple. Oh yeah, wrong door. No blue names in here. Nope. Perfect shade black cloak. Okay. Alright, so we at the right guy. Talk to Spirius Enel Mara Ilad. Not you. Ah, there he is. You can't solo it though. Okay. Who wrote this letter? Let's go for the top one. Signature of NL. There we go. Goodbye. Right, now I need to talk to NL Karma Lux. Is that the dude on the other end of this room? Or is it the one at the top? It's not him. You can't jump off, it's got invisible rails. You can if you can jump on the top of this post, but we can't jump on top of this post, so. Who drops it? Is it Temple Boss or what is it? Who drops whatever that cloak is? Trying to get AO working on Steam. Why? You don't need Steam to run AO. It doesn't even log your game time without a console command on the executable. But yeah, if you want higher resolutions, there's two different videos. One is simply called Anarchy Online, higher resolutions for Anarchy Online, and it uses the author of Anarchy Online Item Assistant put a fix in that gets rid of the artificial limit on resolution. And then the second way you can do it is using a third-party program called DG Voodoo 2. I have videos for both. Yeah, whatever you download from Steam, you've still got to update from Funcom anyway, so. I mean, these days, it don't make much difference because Steam is, like, nothing running in the background. So if you literally Google... Yep, so yeah, just download and run the client. I mean, on modern systems, running the client, yeah, there's the video. When did I make this? 7 years ago. Okay. Hi all, and welcome to the video. What if I told you you can run the old vanilla engine at higher resolutions? And so on and so forth. And then it explains how to do it, where to download it, everything else. That's all there. Or you can do... DG Voodoo 2 for Anarchy Online, option number 2. Hi all, and welcome to the video. And this video is only 5 years old. Or, yeah, use the beta engine, but it is much less stable, even on live, so. And installing the new engine can be a bit of a pain in the bottom. This is the old engine, but with PRK, it has native support for higher resolutions via either DG Voodoo or AOIA ResFix, which was done by Dream, who created Anarchy Online Item Assistant, which I absolutely swear by on the live server, because I have 30 plus 220s with shit tons of gear in bags that I can't remember what I named, called, or anything else, and it tells me where all my stuff is, and without it I'd spent hours looking, whereas with it I only spend minutes. Yeah, there's some tweaks you can make to the new engine to make it more stable, but it is still not as stable as the live vanilla client. Does look a lot prettier. Has animated grass, realistic shadows, better lighting, etc, etc. I've got a video on how to tweak NVIDIA settings to make it run a little better. So you're saying I don't need the guy here, because actually on my mission thing, it's showing go to barter. So should I not bother with the guy up top? I thought we had to. Yeah, I don't know how much help you'll get on the official Discord. I abandoned that server because there's no moderation whatsoever. And you get some of the world's worst arseholes on it. However, you might get help there as well. You're more likely to get helped on the PRK server because it's an entirely different group of people. Yeah, some people like tried out the old engine and went, yeah, the new engine rather. Yeah, and they were kind of like, yeah, it looks cool. Yeah, the PRK server, I made a video about that, how to make that work. But you just click on settings, display, do that, and then go to advanced and pick out the option you want to use without having to download the damn thing. So you've got DG Voodoo 2, That's also DG Voodoo 2, but it's an older version. You've got the AOIA Resfix. I use that one. It just seems to work about the best. You know, this, that, and the other. So yeah, it all works. Just straight out the box, basically. You can tweak the DG Voodoo settings from within the PRK download because it's in the download client folder. So if we go to my desktop, go to Win, that's the folder it unzips, client, and about halfway down, there you go. DG Voodoo control panel is in there. And all I did was turn off DG Voodoo Waterbar, switch that on, switch that on. That's about it. That's all you need to do, and it works. It works really, really well. What, the glyph, if you wore it as a waist implant that turned your name red? Yeah, I do. I did use it as well. But only for a short time, and then went, I miss my waist symbiont. Swapped it back. If you watch one of the earliest videos on my channel, so there we go. There's me. If we go videos, oldest, Storming Pandemonium. It's a really old video. No, that's not me. That's YouTube music. It had something else as the music, but maybe that one. Yeah, it still won't replace the audio. It used to have Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. Multi-boxing is not allowed. Absolutely not. No. Yeah, you can see everyone with red names there. In glorious 480p. Or whatever resolution it was. Yeah, 480p at the time. Lord Haster TV gifted a tier 1 sub to Anarchy Online 211. They've gifted 587 gift subs to the channel. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. And remember, if you've received a gifted sub, remember to thank the person that gifted it to you. Yeah, absolutely no multi-boxing of any kind on PRK. Do it. You absolutely will be caught and all your accounts will just get banned instantly. No backsies. Yeah, so you can log 2 accounts that you own at any one time, but you cannot use any automation whatsoever. And they will catch you doing it as well. Don't think you can outsmart a team that's re-encoded the entire game from scratch. They're not going to detect what's going on their own server. You can have 2 accounts logged in. Yep. What you cannot do is use any form of software that allows you to control both of them simultaneously. You can use in-game follow, things like that. But that's it. You've got to play each one individually. You know, you've got to swap screens and play each character. And they're absolutely adamant about that. In-game follow on live was terrible. Any improvements? None whatsoever. If you want a multi-box, play on live, where Funcom don't care. But if you want to do it here, okay, I'm just going to get banned. Simple as that. Pre-AO Sharp gameplay. Yep. Yeah, the whole AO Sharp thing. You try and run that on their server, they know. Like, I think a klaxon goes off and a bunch of guys turn up. Yeah, they'll know within a couple of seconds that you've tried, and your account will just get banned. Their server, their rules, you know? Yeah, it was intended to be Dream. What was it? No, not Dream. Never Knows Best. When they got banned for cheating, they never got over it and created AO Sharp as a kind of, fuck you guys, you know. Yeah, that was their, like, they didn't create it to make the game easier for people. They created it to fuck the game. Because they knew that human nature being what it is, there's plenty of people that don't care if they're cheating. They knew that. So they created the software just to fuck the game. Which, you know, is kind of a shame. They still never got their accounts back. Right, talk to your brethren. Who do I want? I think he's actually down here. I want an old Karma Lux. That's you. I just had my laptop. Right now I'm just on my phone. Yeah, well, you possibly could run AO on a phone, but I'm not sure how. I mean, today, to any modern smartphone today is magnitudes quicker and more complex than a PC was back in 2001. You know, so yeah, it'll almost certainly run on a modern smartphone if you could figure out a layer of translation for an ARM type processor to make it work. That could happen sooner than we think, especially with NVIDIA bringing out the RTX ARM processors. And the, you know, the new Steam thing, that could come along quicker than we think. Girthamoth, hey there, welcome to the stream. Hey there yourself. Okay, so you should now talk to NL Tharthar. Okay, where's Tharthar then? Is he Tharthar Farquhar? Some of you will die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah, I don't know, you know, on Android phones or Apple stuff. That's the other thing with PRK. They've preemptively thought about that. So you can download AO client that will run in a Mac OS environment on Mac hardware. Phone is better. Yeah, that's it. I mean, back in the day, we had, what, 500 megahertz single core processors and megabytes of RAM, you know, versus your modern smartphone. Even my cheap ass thing I use is inordinately more powerful than that, you know, but it's accessing that power. How do we get a translation layer for a x86 based game? Yeah, Pentium 2 slot GPU. Yeah, when it was a slot, do you remember that? It was on a card. You bought the processor was on a card with a heatsink and fan, and it's slotted in like a RAM stick. Do you remember those? What's your display resolution? 1440p. But when I broadcast to Twitch, obviously Twitch is quite limited, so you get 1080p on Twitch. If you want to see the game as I am seeing it, if you watch on YouTube, which I'm simultaneously broadcasting to, under Callus 2, shouldn't take you more than a second to find. I'm broadcasting at 1440p, but at like 30 megabytes a second on launcher won't work. Yeah, base game, no it doesn't. But it's an artificial limit, and we've already discussed how to get around that. You can use Anarchy Online Item Assistant resfix, or you can use DG Voodoo 2 to get around it. And the PRK launcher at 1440p, I have a video for that as well, because they have two different solutions effectively already embedded within the client download. So we now want Watcher NL Ulmathar. She's over in Ripwell. Okay. Have PRK announced AI levels release date? No, they have not. It will come. It might not come for another year, but it will come. Anyway, getting a beer and watching the Quabbits. Yeah, Funcom are well aware of the project, but because the project is entirely free and will never charge money for what they're making, Funcom don't really care. So, Muddy Zen, welcome to the stream. Sounds like a graphics card today. Graphic cards today versus the old school ones we had in 2001. So much. I mean, go to Future Mark and download 3D Mark 2001 and look at the you'll cap the frame counter in every single test up until about 2010 on any modern sort of a thing. I had a Voodoo 2, then a Voodoo 3, then it was an NVIDIA card, and it had 256 megabyte, no, had 64 megabytes of RAM on it. I remember getting that, and I paid for the 16 megabyte one, but the the guy that came back to the counter after I'd paid my money handed me that one, and I was like, okay. Said nothing and walked away. Had that, and then I got a NVIDIA. I think I went from that to the second generation NVIDIA card, whatever the hell it was. Matrox, yeah. Trident 1 meg by Matrox. The only video card you need. You know, the 512K. Yeah, no, you'll never use it. Thank you for the bit. What the hell? Where am I? Where am I going? I want the teleport. There's something orc. Whatever that was. Video orc. Yeah, and it was expensive shit back then. Not really. Well, yeah, because you had the 3D accelerator card, and you still needed to have a 2D card. So the first day I got a AGP graphics card, I was like, whoa, you know. I remember playing the original Deus Ex on a Voodoo 3 and thought it was gobsmackingly, you know, realistic at the time. Oh, look at the lighting and everything. It's amazing. Probably a collector's edition. Probably is, yeah. I mean, you know. There's a market for old tech that still works. You know, it's there. That market is 100% there. There's YouTube channels dedicated to resurrecting old tech like that. And to me, it's weird calling it old tech, because I remember it being brand new, shiny, the latest super terrific thing ever. But now it's considered vintage tech because it's more than 20 years old. I'm like, 20 years isn't a long time. Yes, it is. You're old. You know. Caked in dust. Yeah, but if it's been unpowered for a long time in a dry environment, it could still work. Of course, the old glide driver for stuff and everything, the graphics looked very different on CRT monitors than they do today on LED, LCD screens. We've had this discussion a few times and evidenced it with screenshots of both. It's to do with the pixel bleed you got on the older hardware. Developers at the time knew that happened. So they utilised the fact that it happened to create more realistic images and graphics. Which, when you play on a modern screen, you kind of go, well, it looks really blocky. I don't remember it like... Well, yeah, because the CRT smoothed it all out. You know, it was imperfect. There's Sony monitors now that did 900p-ish. You know, close to 1080p. But they're like massive things, like 22-inch screens, which is big for a CRT. And image quality on those is incredible. It looks so good. And yet it is technically flawed. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, you could get a Win95 machine up and running. For God's sake, don't connect it to the internet, though. You know, it will die so quickly. Every bit of malicious software ever written will like swarm on it like flies on shit. Whether you know it's done it or not, it will. Wouldn't be the same now without hooking it up to the 56k modem. I had a 26k Sorry, 28k modem back in the day. I remember upgrading to a 56k modem was like, look at those download speeds. I can get the latest NVIDIA drivers in an afternoon. It seems so weird from Funcom's side. Why not just hand over an IP? Companies do not do that. V90 ISDN was the ultimate shit. Oh, dual line? Oh, God, yeah. 128k. People were like, no. And you were like, yeah. And they were like, no. And they were like, yeah. I can download a DivX rip of this movie, and it only takes 2 days. Yeah, you know what the shit, what is considered the shit. Man, that changes fast. Clearly, we're all old gamers. What, playing a 25-year-old game? Duh. Yeah. I remember getting DSL in 2001. That was a 512k download speed and like 1/10 of that upload speed. But it was a pure digital line at 512. Going from 56k to 512 really did feel like that 10 times faster experience, you know? LimeWire, yeah. The old dial-up forever companies. One of them was called Mad as a Fish. That came out in like 1999. I have no right to inspect you. We're not the TSA here. Yeah, in the town I live in, it was one of the first places in Wales, which is the country I live in, which is part of a larger country called the UK. We were one of the first towns whose exchange was upgraded to broadband. They classed, you know, DSL, direct subscriber line, as, you know, high-speed internet back then. And the fact we got it here in the middle of, like, where are we? You know. Oh, man. I remember the download helper software where you got segmented downloads, even on dial-up and stuff like that. I downloaded AO for a couple of buddies who were like, oh, we've been playing this beta for... it's gone into open beta. We've been in the closed beta, but it's in open beta, but we need to download the client. Can we come to your house and get it? Because they knew I had DSL. And we had like a whole evening where they supplied the beer and pizza, and we downloaded an entire CD's worth of data and burned it to CD to install the game. And they gave me a copy, and I played the first like open beta. Only lasted like 2 weeks, I think. And everyone was saying, I don't think it's ready for release yet. It's an amazing looking game, so interesting to play. Don't think it's ready for public release. But they're releasing. Yeah. And now it's sending me to dude on the other side of Elysium. Okay. Yeah, we kept it secret from one friend who had a massive MP3 downloading habit. I was like, don't tell that guy. And they were like, we won't tell him. I said, you can tell him after his exchange gets it, but don't tell him now. So I was like, I don't want him camping in my living room, you know. Fair play, they stuck to it. They never told him. But seriously, he would have set up camp in my living room. Or wherever my computer was and my internet connection was, he'd have set up camp there. So yeah, it was like, don't tell that guy's name. Not with us anymore. Was it digital subscriber line or was it direct subscriber line? You could be right, actually. It's been a long time, my dude. It's been a long time. I was skinny and had a six-pack and long hair and dark hair at that. That's how long ago that was. Look at me now. Oh, are we not zoning here? Google never forgets. Yeah, well, I remember Google as a startup. Everyone was like, oh, Ask Jeeves is the best search engine. Someone said, have you tried this one? It's called Google. It's called fucking what? Google. Fuck is Google? Oh, it's a plug-in for, you know, your search bar. It's quite good. It returns a lot of results. I remember that being like this new shiny thing. I seriously do. Well, while we're here and no one else is, let's do a couple of preds as we run past them. Your beard has become very powerful. Yes, as the rest of me is withered. Didn't even have a beard back in 2001. I mean, I had a face full of stubble 90% of the time. But I was one of those guys who had to shave twice a day at work. Or they didn't believe I'd shaved at all that day. Which was a pain in the butt, to be honest. Yeah, I shave at 7 a.m, shower, shave, you know, all the rest of it. Go to work, lunchtime, have you shaved today? And I was like, yeah. I shaved at, you know, 7 a.m. this morning or whatever. And, yeah, nothing. They're like, nah, you haven't. So one morning I came in unshaven from the day before and had a shave in front of 3 guys in the gents. Wet shave, mind you, over the sink. And then at lunchtime they were like, no, we watched him shave. He had a wet shave with the razor and he's going back in at 1 o'clock on his lunch to shave again. I kind of should have understood at that point that nature's plan for my face was thou shalt beard. Because it was like, what's that movie called? Morgan Freeman, the guy from The Office. Ark or something? I can't remember. You know, he's trying to shave. Evan Almighty, that's it, yeah. And he's trying to shave, and every time he shaves, it's just more beard. Because God's like, nope, thou will have a beard. Yeah, it was kind of that. Not as bad as that, because that's completely unrealistic, but it wasn't. It was like, expand the time frame and turn minutes into hours. That's pretty much where I was for most of my adult life. Evan Almighty. Yeah, I don't. There was one with. Oh no! I don't want this exit. This exit's full of pain. Oh, and snares. No. Let me go. We are not dying today. You're like Tim Allen. I am. No. No. Fuck! I walked backwards and died? The fuck is that? Oh, dear. Right, buffs. Back to Rubi-ka. Oh. Without caps lock. I hate that section of Elysium. It's ridiculous. Not only did I actually get away, I warped backwards and died anyway. It's like, well, fucking why bother running away? Ugh. Poof. Right, okay. Second bar. Let's come out of full def because we're buffing. Holiday movie talk, yeah. Yeah, so that scene where he's trying to shave his face and he can't because every time he does it just grows back in a couple of minutes or whatever. You do know that the continental shells move about the same speed as your nails grow, some faster than that by a country mile. India into the Eurasia continent is like 1 meter a year or something ridiculous. Oh, my nails grow pretty quick too, but not as quick as my beard. Although it's not visually as obvious as the beard. My nail, yeah, I'd say my nails are about 10% the speed my face hair grows, you know. My face hair grows faster than my head hair, you know, which is nuts. But it was pretty much like that from 14 years old, you know, so... Yeah, and nature, I think, a designated beard person. And I spent all that time not having a beard and shaving very, very often and probably spending ridiculous amounts of money on shaving products because I tried dry shaving with an electric. I do it and people go, have you used it yet? I was like, yeah, I've just turned it off right now. And I still look like I hadn't shaved. So I let it grow out for a month during lockdown and went, that's not a bad looking beard. And then kept it up until 2022, and then I got the clippers, you know, the hair clippers, got them out, shaved the whole thing, my head and the beard down to 1 inch, and then haven't touched it since, as far as cutting it or whatever. Why can't I cast the higher what's it buff? What does it need? It needs Psycho Mod 468, Sense Imp 468. We has yeah, not enough. We need MP buff to cast it, unfortunately, at the moment. On live, I'd have head, eye, right hand, chest, waist, implants, symbionts in. And we were good. Go to the Borry spot. Okay. I can go Borry out. Any fighting? No, there's no PvP here, dude. It's one big guild. No one bothers, you know. Live? Probably, yeah. You're going to get one sharper versus another or something. There's no real PvP in the live game anymore. Hasn't been any for years. You know, if someone attacks your tower field in the live game, the sharpers will crash the entire playfield just to keep their base rather than fight you. They'll make their base unattackable. Funcom do nothing and just let them get away with it. It's disgraceful, to be honest. Oh no, someone's attacking our towers in Eastern Foul Plains. Right, crash Eastern Foul Plains. Poof, crashes, comes back up a few seconds later. And all the towers are now back on their cycle. That's one of the devs, tinkering idiot. Reboot with 5! Just to wind everyone up who's trying to do chew. I read up on things that look like they're growing fast when they double their length quicker, ergo short hair appears to grow quicker. Oh yeah. But things like bamboo can double its length in a day. Every day. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, so if something doubles its, like, minuscule length in a day, my beard would be, like, shaved, wet shaved, right down to the level of the skin, but by lunchtime looked like I tried to grow a designer beard. Yeah, well, yeah, because you get atmospheric lensing, makes the sun appear to still be there even after it's set, and makes the moon look a lot bigger at certain times of day. But it's atmospheric lensing. It's not the actual visual size. Now remembering Sean Locke on TI. He died, didn't he? Sean Locke, that was a hell of a shame. I appreciate what we have left in AO. Pretty much just given up on the live server. I'll be honest, I gave up last year, started playing Dune Awakening, and it wasn't until PRK that I actually decided to play AO again. I just don't really want to play on the live server anymore. It's just so effed up beyond all belief that it's difficult to bring myself to play on that server. AI. Oh, you mean algorithmic incompetence? Yeah. See, I started off in electronics. That was my first job. I was my very first job, age whatever, was as a trainee electronics engineer, repairing TVs and stuff. And I was actually doing the job as I was learning and going to college for it and that. So I Googled some basic electronics stuff. And the AI answers were woefully and grossly inaccurate. And dangerously inaccurate. They're going to lead to people killing themselves with electricity. It was just, and I thought, well, if it can't even get that right, you know. Alternative intelligence, yeah. So instead of regular intelligence, we're calling it alternative intelligence. Yeah. It's such a bubble that investors and whatnot have bought into. And when it bursts, oh my God, the fallout will be horrendous in ways we can't even imagine at the moment. And it will, because truly all it is a plagiarism engine that pretends it knows things that it doesn't, and then proffers that algorithm as fact, which it isn't, is continuously proven absolutely and abjectly wrong, dangerously wrong in a lot of instances. The lawsuits will start about I did what AI told me and killed a person, and then suddenly the company that run the AI are liable. The whole thing is going to fall so hard on its arse. Oh my God, it's going to be like unbelievably awful for all concerned. Where am I going? North. Okay, let's go north. But before I do, I'm getting another beer. Yeah, the whole thing's going to tumble down like Jenga, and the fallout from it, you know, there'll be legal precedents set in different countries for the liability for the incorrect information people have been provided with, and then there'll be counter arguments about, well, why did you trust it? And, you know, and all this back and forth is going to happen, and all of this will happen in the next 10 years. Mark my words. I was there in the .com boom, and I saw the fallout from that when it fell on its arse, and this is no different. Trust me. Don't buy into that bullshit. You got to remember, these are the same people that were trying to sell us NFTs in 2020. And where are we now with those? That's, you know, back in a minute. Oh, yeah, I mean, AI is the great second coming. No, it fucking isn't. It's inordinately expensive to run on servers, regardless of technological breakthroughs. It's environmentally massively harmful. You know, and there's so many things wrong with this picture. Yeah, I don't know where to start. But yeah, it will come tumbling down because of all these various factors. It's almost like a house of cards. It really is. They were telling us in 2020 NFTs were the future for investment and whatnot. And I was sat there going, dude, it's a fucking JPEG that anyone can screen cap. It has no inherent value. They were trying to make money out of nothing. And the problem is they're doing it again and people are buying into it because it can, you know, like a performing monkey, it can do certain tricks. It gets things inordinately wrong, and morally, it's baselessly, it's baseless on moral grounds. It's been trained on everybody else's input and whatnot with no permission, consent, or anything else. It's theft. People are calling themselves filmmakers because they type a prompt into an algorithm and it spits out a result. It's no more intelligent than an amoeba. It is stimulus equals response. That's where it's at as far as actual intelligence is concerned. Yeah, it's going to fall flat on its arse very quickly. It can do certain things. Yes, it can. Just like JPEGs can do certain things, but they're not the second coming financial investment that they promised NFTs were going to be. I'm an AI prompt engineer. Jesus H. Christ. Yeah, so you can poke one finger at a keyboard. That's your skill level. You can poke a keyboard with one finger and have a rudimentary understanding of the language you speak. That's it. That's your fucking skill set right there. You're fuck all, mate. And there's a billion of you that are massively more qualified than you. You know? Oh yeah, this was the exit that didn't work. Yeah, I mean, actually thinking you're creative first, fist palm typing a prompt into an AI algorithm, it produces the result and you take artistic credit. Are you fucking nuts? Is this, what was that movie? Idiocy or something? That's where we're at. We're there. The movie's not a parody. It's a commentary. We're there. Is it Autocracy or something they called the movie? Guys frozen in, like, cryogenically frozen for 1,000 years or something, and they thaw him out, and I don't even know how you pronounce it properly. Autocracy, yeah, or something like that. Yeah. He comes out and he's average intelligence human being with an education. Everyone else is an abject fucking moron compared to him. And the movie's about where we're going, where we and largely was considered a parody and a satire, but in actual fact has turned out to be an essay about where we fucking landed. I mean, they're there now, looking like absolute morons to anyone with a semblance of an education in any field. We're looking at it like, what is fucking wrong with you people? You're retarded somehow. Did something happen? We got the DVD, yeah. Dude, that went from satire to commentary in like 10 years or whenever it came out. Since it was released to the present day, however long that period is, it's gone from, taking the piss satirically to, nope, you know what, guys? This is where we're at. And dumb as those fuckers are, they don't see it because they're too fucking stupid to see it. It's remarkable to me. Everyone became a Valley Girl, Mal Girl thing, I'm here to show you this letter. This is as far as we got the last time. And then we had a crash to desktop and the quest and letter vanished. Which is unfortunate. And I have completed this quest line before. Right, I got my letter back. Goodbye. Right, I'm going to take the safe step of saving my inventory and everything on the screen by logging out of game completely. And then re-logging just in case I've got a bit more hope of keeping the items I've got now. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Garn said it. Sit down for a sink after the update. Yep, you got it, mate. We're there. We're there together, mate. Right, out of the game. Restart launcher. Log back in. So if we get that crash to desktop now, my hope is, okay, maybe we get the crash, but we keep the quest progression and the item in our inventory. Right, we got it. We got it. So it's sending me back to Utopulus, which is where it started. And then we got to tab a bunch of unread mobs, which will probably result in our death. It did the first time I tried. But there you go. So I think it was like Sunday or Monday, the PRK team did a event in Elysium where they had, multiple mobs spawned, like 40, 50 mobs spawned, and most of the server population all there to fight them. And there was like zero lag. It was like you were playing in a solo mission in the back of Beyond, and it was just like effortless. No lag, no latency, no nothing. So they did an incredible job to make that work. It is by will alone I set my motion. Set my mind in motion. It is by the juice of Safu that my thoughts acquire speed. The lips acquire stains. The stains become a warning. Peter de Veers. Yep. And he died by Yui's tooth intended for the Baron. I know. I've read it. It was an ironic death, but a good one. I think they should have brought the same actor back to play him in the Villeneuve version of the book, his movie. I think that would have worked. Even though he's much older now and everything else, I think it really would have worked to have him back as that Mentat, the Harkonnen Mentat. I think it would have been very cool to bring him back for that. They could have even done a gender swap with his daughter, because she's got the same acting energy, to be honest. She's brilliant. She really is good. If you watch Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency serialization from the books, she's in that as Bart. And yeah, she's just like, yeah, she's so awesome in that. She is her father's daughter, you know. He got his head currently. Oh yeah, he was in Alien 4 with the weird ponytail that stuck out like a stick. And Oh yeah, he's one of those character actors that turns up in something, and as soon as you see him, you go, "Oh, shit's going down! This guy showed up." I remember Panther not to be OE when you first equipped, because when I first equipped, I had MP buff and I could run a higher quality two-hand edge buff. I no longer have that because I died. So now I have to make do with the one I can cast, which leaves me OE. Which is a bit of a bummer, but that's okay. So when I put it on at the beginning of the stream, I was casting Judgment Bringer, which is 85 to two-hand edge. But currently I can only self-cast Decision Maker, which is 54. So I'm like 30 points out of OE. Yeah, he turns up, you're like, are you gonna die? It's like, I always massively rated Walton Goggins from a bunch of stuff he's been in. And then he showed up. Oh, Muddy Zen is a member on YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. So he turned up as the ghoul in the Fallout serialization TV show, which I have to say I've really enjoyed so far. And as soon as I saw he was cast as a ghoul, I went, oh, shit's going to be real with the ghoul, you know? Oh, the ghoul is going to be, yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work so well. That guy is great. He really is. He's kind of like the Caligula of acting. He'll go anywhere, do any damn thing to anything else for the art of the scene. You know, he's something special as an actor. He really is. He turned up, I think, in an episode of Voyager as a Betazoid who was psychotic or something. Oh, it was just, like, amazing. There's no way they could keep him in the show because he was just upstaging everybody else in the entire cast. He was just, like, the only guy on screen when you saw him. Yeah. I've talked to my brethren and they wish to return the letter. We've made progress over the last time. Okay, letter in. At this point, we should get the bloody garden key. But we don't. Journey, yes, I am. Goodbye. Right, who do I find? A statue will grant you. You should talk to voting in Thar, which is the guy over here, isn't he? We're doing that first? Okay. Mission complete tune is so majestic. Yes, yes it is. Don't fucking aggro him when I'm talking to him, you cow! Oh, Fuck's sake, dude! What's your fucking name, dude? Pixie! Fucking what an arsehole! Clearly, if a clan player is stood next to the clan NPCs, they're doing the effing quest! Holy crap. Now I've got no quest. My letter's disappeared. That's on you, you piece of shit. Where's their name? Come on. Come on. Come on. They just fucking ran away. They've just killed my quest line. Look, it's gone. The letter, gone. They won't drop anything, and they didn't loot them either. Right, okay. Did anyone catch that name? Okay. Dude, you're not invisible. You do know that, don't you? You're not invisible. Give me a sec. Let's bring the stream up. There we go. Right, what's your name? Go. Right, what's your name? Go. That's it. Let's move that over there. Right, think you're invisible. You're not. Let's have a look. P-I-K-I-Z. Right, you. You. That, I think, was deliberate. P-I-Z-K. Yeah, he won't talk to me. He won't talk to me. My quest is gone. No, it won't talk to me now. No, my quest, look at my mission window, it's gone. He's trying to say he was at Tachu. Are there any of the devs watching the stream at the minute? Dude, you did it on a live stream. That's the first thing I said. I gave you the opportunity to be truthful. Now you're lying. You're farming spec in the temple, which you're not, because the spec is not outside, and you looted nothing. You looted nothing, right? We saw it on stream. Yeah, on stream, you ran close, set your demon on the 2 quest NPCs and ran off. You were not farming spec at all. If you're farming spec, what's the one thing you 100% have to do? Loot the fucking corpse! And you didn't. You ran in, you aggroed the 2 mobs, killed them with your pet, and fucking ran off as fast as you could. Did not see you. Fuck off, you didn't see me. Fuck off, you were griefing and you're getting reported for it. Good luck with that. You're on stream, dude. Back it up. We can watch you run in, stand over by the corner, send your level 200 demon in, insta-kill the 2 quest mobs I'm talking to, and then run the fuck away without looting any of them. So if that was you, you're caught. You're busted, dude. You're busted. Don't bother lying. You just make yourself look an even bigger dickhead by lying. I was at Tachu, which is what you said first in the global chat, again on stream. Then you lied a second time and said I was farming spec. Well, people farming spec do one thing, one singular thing that everyone farming spec does, and that is loot the damned corpses. You did neither. Dude, really? That's your bullshit? That's your bullshit answer? Really? That's what you're going with. You think that's going to play? Really? Seriously? I was there, but Tachu does not spawn in Elysium. You came here now. You know what, Roman Cyprus? You know what? I'm sorry, dude, but hateful conduct report. You stream sniped me. We know what you did. We know what you did. We know what you did. Everyone knows it's on video. Everyone can rewatch the VOD on YouTube because the YouTube VOD is forever. It's not going away. Everyone saw what you did. Everyone saw what you did. Okay? So you made that decision, not me. And you're blocked. Yeah, good luck. Okay, let me just ping the devs. What was the last lie they were saying? Just want to make sure I get their name right. You know, details matter. Yeah, you're not on Funcom servers anymore, dude. Good luck with that. You're not on Funcom servers anymore. These servers are moderated and policed by the dev team, okay? And heinous behavior like that does not go unrewarded, okay? Now, Funcom would just go, but you're not on a Funcom server. You're on the PRK server, which is moderated responsibly. And rule number 1 is don't be a dickhead. Unfortunately, you've pretty much demonstrated the exact definition of being a dickhead. There you go. I've just passed a message over to that team. Back in a sec. Dude, don't embarrass yourself by trying to wangle out what you just did. It's embarrassing for you. You ran up, sent your pet in, killed 2 NPCs related to the quest, and ran off. You weren't farming spec. If you're farming spec, why aren't you looting them? You then said, oh, blah, 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 I was doing this thing. Oh, look, he's back again. What an arse. What an absolute arse. And now, now, yeah. looting them afterwards, like that's what I was doing before, even though I didn't do it in the first place. Jeez, what a fucking arsehole. You can hear me, yeah. Pretending to do what you lied about doing before after the fact doesn't make it true. You get that, don't you? You get that, yeah? Lying about what you were doing in the first instance by repeating the action and doing what I described doesn't make you honest. You're a liar, you're a griefer, and you're basically an arsehole. Whole fucking stream saw what you did, dude. I mean, coming back after the fact and pretending to do what you lied about doing in the first place, you're kind of heaping more and more guilt and liability onto yourself. Yeah, so if you were farming spec, what is the absolute one thing you would do? What is the absolute one thing you have to do, regardless of faction? Loot the corpse. Right? Now, the first time they came up, and it is on the VOD, and it'll be on the YouTube VOD as well, they ran up, killed them, and ran away as quickly as they could. They didn't loot anything. They sent the pet in, killed the mob, and ran away. So how are you farming spec if you're not trying to loot it? Yeah, my quest is balked. It's gone. It's not in my mission log anymore. Is this the only place you can farm pages? No. Name mobs have a higher drop chance, so the longer their sided name is, the higher the drop chance is. I didn't see you. Yeah, you didn't see me, apparently. We're at Tachu, apparently, but then lied second time and said you were farming spec, but didn't loot any corpses, and ran away immediately on killing the 2 mobs. Dude, that holds about as much water as a fucking sieve. It really, like, seriously? That's your fucking defense? Really? That's what you're gonna go with? Really? Oh my god. What's the timestamp for when they turned up and griefed? Let's pull that up. Oh, I already had the stream up. Okay, let's go back to about there. No, bit before then. Maybe there. Oh no, bit later. No, that's after that. Because the quest has vanished again. I mean, really? You think you bullshit your way out of this? You're on fucking camera. So there, I'm talking to the mob, yada, yada, yada. There you go. That's what? 1 hour 44. Runs in, sends... I'm talking to the NPC. Sends in the pet. Kills the mob. Does not loot. Kills the other mob. Because when you loot, what happens? You animate. You go one arm moves. It's not moving. I go, dude, what the hell? And then they run across the screen, out of sight. Yeah, so what's that? So yeah, like 144. Okay. Man, what an arse. Yep, well done. Still trying to prepare, yeah. If you want to speak, unban me. I don't. And I will not. You did what you did on a live stream. Everyone saw it. Yeah, and let's not forget. To chew. No, it was 2, actually, yeah. Yeah, you did. Here is not official. He desperately doesn't want to lose his account, does he? Oh dear. Well, I'll leave it up to the devs, you know. But it's not even ninja loot. He just run in just to fuck with me. Yeah, I'm back at square one for the quest for the second time. Yeah, back to square one. Thanks to that asshat. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm back at the beginning. Yeah, I can't see you looting. Yeah, but I could see you looting that time. I just couldn't see you looting the first time. Okay. believe you. No, I don't need it. I did the Yuttos quest, so no, I don't need that one. Ignore. Yeah, I don't want to speak with them. I don't want to interact with them ever again. Devs will make the decision. They'll, if they bother, will look at the footage and they'll make the decision. Now, actually, the devs offered to reinstate the quest for me. Like, give me the letter back and set the quest stage to where it was. And I said, I really, really appreciate you offering to do that. But I think you might be making a rod for your back. Oh, you did it for Kalos. You're not doing it for us, because they don't do live support. And they were like, fuck them. We'll do it for you, etc. And I was like, okay. But I felt kind of not so good about it. You know, I'm no different than anyone else. I just play on this server and try and do as much testing as I can. And I didn't feel okay with it. So I restarted the quest on the stream. As, you know, anyone that came in nearer the beginning saw. But we're now at this point where they've killed the mob I'm in the middle of speaking to, and deleted the entire quest line through that action. And not for 1 second do I believe it was a accident. Because first off, they said, "What? I'm at Tachu. I'm at Tachu," which is on Rubi-ka in EFP in the very far north, nowhere near Elysium. Then they told the second lie, saying, "I'm farming spec," which possibly they need spec 2 on an MP like everyone else does, but did they really get that far? Being able to cast a demon without spec 2 and the inherent composite nanos for nanoscales that requires? I don't think so. You know, I mean, you can't have it both ways. You were at Tachu or you were here. You can't be in both places at once now, can you? So they got the no attack for a few seconds. So I'm only entitled to do my quests while that buff runs. Is that King Prawn next to you on the right? It could be. It could be the final form of King Prawn. Yeah, that's still there. That was me clicking on the mission that vanished. All right, so one of the GMs has come back. So maybe they'll look at the footage and make a decision based on that, not what I say. The footage of what happened is the footage of what happened. You know? That said, caught in 2K. Yeah, I don't believe the thing. What are you on about? I'm at Tachu, and then in the next breath, oh, I'm farming spec. Well, which is it? It can't be both. One is in the north of EFP, the other's in the middle of Shadowlands. Have you tried to? Yeah, I have, yeah. Yeah, I don't believe that guy for a second, and I work in the insurance business, and, you know, yeah, we get trained on liars and such like, so, yeah. And also I have 57 years of life experience to spot one. Kind of makes it easier. People that try to weasel out of shit in front of an old person are doing nothing but embarrassing themselves in front of that older person. I'm guarantee you that. Yeah, AI doesn't spot liars. That's the other thing. AI is designed to give you the answer it thinks you want, to make you continue to use it, so they can justify the adverts they push with it. The future AI in a couple of years is going to be, we have the answer, but first watch our sponsor. Blah 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 blah. You know, that's where AI's headed. Trust me. Like everything else. You like Googling something, the first 10 answers are an advert. You know, that's where that goes. Find a statue. All right, GM. So GM has interfered with me. I feel violated. Find the statue. Okay. Says enter the garden. So, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. See what the hell happens. Yeah, no manual talking to NPC or anything else is going to fix it if the quest disappears out of your mission window. And I did try. Yeah, I did try that. Right, so he's given me Garden Key Quest 2. Right, we gotta go talk to an NPC in the garden. Let's see how we go. Is he going to be the guy at the top of the teleport? No, not you. Okay, some other dude. Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of the Nascence quest line, aren't I? Can I activate the device? And whatnot. I'm off ski. Rocky 3 and a bottle of wine has my name on it. Have a great night. Muddy, have a great night, dude. Enjoy the wine. Enjoy the Rocky 3. So the devs did more for me than they naturally do for anyone else. And I know that may be considered special treatment, and it kind of is, but also they did offer the first time the quest kind of collapsed to restore it, and I was like, no, you can't do that for me. But the second time, it was just some fucking griefer arsehole deliberately making it happen. So yeah, it's kind of favoritism. It says Blythe Drow. Kind of is, maybe, but their argument was, well, Yeah, but you've contributed to the project by streaming it, making video guides about it. You've kind of earned that kind of semi-special treatment. Where the fuck's this thing? I'm following the marker. I can't find where I'm going. He should be here, apparently. Find the statue. Oh, God. I don't think it's fixed. Then place the insignia upon it. Someone within the garden of NL may be able to guide you further. Right, so it's leading me to the middle of here. But I'm not sure which NPC that it wants me to go to. Go out and target statue. Yeah, but I haven't got an insignia to get back in. It's giving me a waypoint marker, but there's no NPC at the marker. It's like it's like there, but there's no NPC there. All right, let's go to Whisper Vale. Was I meant to target it before using the insignia? I think it's broke. I really do. All right, let's get a second insignia. Try again. So I did click on the statue, didn't get an update. Nothing on him. So even with my 75% weapon, let's go and kill a couple more mobs. I have to click at the one at the temple. Oh yeah, maybe. But I went to the nearest one. Is there one inside the temple? I don't think there is. No, now on you. You're not a sided mob. Nothing on you. Actually had someone stream to chew kill, was cool. Was that guy there? Yeah, there we go. We got an insignia. Mission is still saying find a statue that will grant you passage to NL's garden. Then place the insignia of NL upon it. Someone within the garden of NL may be able to guide you further. Find him and show him the sealed letter. But there was like near one. Get one more insignia. Really? Okay. One to get into the garden, one to use on the correct statue. Makes sense. Makes sense. I did this quest before. It was nowhere near this hard. Except for not dying to mobs you need to tab. But I mean, them's the breaks, I guess. No, nothing. Grey, so they shouldn't social aggro. Allegedly. You lost your flow with that incident. Yeah, of course I did. Some asshat starts being a dick. Yeah, it's hard to keep focus when some asshat does that. Right, 2 insignias. As per the chat. Alright, 1 to go back in. You don't need an insignia to exit, otherwise we'd have hundreds of people trapped in the garden. Scumpike? No, it says go to the garden and speak to an NPC. But then when you run at the marker, it puts you here, and there isn't an NPC. So just speak to a bunch of NPCs, I guess. The Forester. Okay, chat, we're going to the Forester. I am honoured, Forester. Yeah, it's pointing to like an area within the garden that has no NPC stood there. A sealed letter was involved. Yes, it was. Okay, I got my letter back as well. I must have entered blah, 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 blah. No, he does not seem satisfied. Oh, God. Right, okay, we'll go through it again. I'm honoured, Forester. Was a sealed letter involved. Okay, trade that back. I can entirely believe it's reproduced faithfully from live, so it also points to the wrong spot, yeah. If it's broke on live, it's probably broken here. Must have been the sun, blah, blah, blah. Other answer. I forgive you. There was a glow and I felt good. Oh, wait, no. I should have took the other answer. Oh, for fuck's sake. Guy is such a picky boss, steward. I'm honoured Forester. Yada yada yada. You want the letter. Yep, there's letter. Okay. Da, da, da. Must have been the sun. I didn't mean to. I felt good for a bit. What kind of task? Instead of the other answer. Run round tab mobs, I think, is next. I will help you. Oh my god, we finally got there. It's like 10 times as easy for Adonis than it is for here. Or Sheol. Bizarre. Right. Follow the trail of evil. Find fortuitous. Yeah, they're at Remens. So I'm going to go to Remens after I grab another beer. Probably the last one of the evening, to be honest. I think I've had too many. Right, back in a min. Oh yeah, the Sheol Garden quest is like, oh my god! Save the progress. You know what? You're not wrong. Uh-oh. There we go. We're getting there slowly, very, very slowly. Oh, I forgot the beer. That probably means I've had more than I should, but I'm going to go and get one anyway. Right. Crashes while camping, everything vanishes, yeah. Rage quit. Hopefully not. Nope, still have the mission. Okay. We need remains, which I think is round the corner here for clan. Shell Beach, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Remains. Right, full def. Oh yeah, I should get my heal on the go as well. Yeah, it's tag, not kill, but tagging can be problematic, let me tell you that. It can be okay sometimes, and then other times the mobs are like, oh, yummy morsel, and yeah, you're dead. Right, sorry, I was just typing some information to someone. Sorry about that, everyone. You know me, head up my own arse. Right, okay, so rebuffage. Hoping not to have to fight anything. But preparing for the worst. We're here to tab, not to kill. Three in a circle. Yeah, you got to get to them. And the server count, if you're clan at all, and you've got a tab unread mobs, you're counted as 50k max faction. So if they're grey, you're good. If they're green, they're going to aggro. So yeah, problem. So it's a tricky one. Just past midnight here, officially half a century old now. Welcome to my decade, sir. I've been here for 7 years. I'm a real old fart. Right, okay, full def, we're going in. The mobs are, they're green and yellow and orange and we're gonna die. I don't know if I got all of them. Did I get them all? Fortuitous Jaws Shear. I don't know if he's here or not. Anyone know? Is he here? He was. Follower He-Man. Really? That's your name, He-Man. I don't think He-Man's here. By the power of grey turds. Pretty sure he's not. Trail of Evil to the Fortuitous He-Man Shear. Let's have a look at the AOU quest guide. Guides, Shadowlands, quest guides, Nascent Elysium. Where are we? Where have you gone? NL, Garden Key quest. Okay. Object, Visionist, something. Yeah, I think the next one is up at the unredeemed temple. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. Fun times. Whispervale. You reckon? No, the Unread Temple. Not for clan. You mother father. I'm gonna get killed again. Who's the guy that's this ninja bloody snaring me or whatever? Snare. Right. Run away! Run away! Oh God, I hate snares. I hate them. I hate them with a passion. No, they're at the Unread Temple, I think. Or is this the ones by... Oh, yeah, maybe it is. I'm going to the Unread Temple too early, aren't I? Right, okay. Storm Shelter is the one near the platform. Yeah, you're right, you're right. Well, no. Whispervale. There we go. Yeah, I thought it went after that. I thought it went directly to the other one. The actual Unread Temple. The last one's at Nero. If you're Omni unredeemed, yeah, Nero. The Unread Temple itself. Mega meek. Every time I see an AO stream, I urge to go back. I'm not responsible for your feelings. But yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I watch nostalgia streams of stuff and I'm like, oh, I so want to play again. You know. Tab, 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 tab. All the tab, 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 tab. Tap, 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 tap. Run away! Run away! Oh, fuck! Oh, you bastards. Trail of evil. Yes, it is absolutely evil. Find the trail. Oh, we're still there. We're still there. Okay. Now I've got a fucking rebuff again. Jesus H. Christ. Why do I play this game anyway? Lady Sky Cannon, you're not late. You're like a wizard. You arrive exactly when you're meant to. Gone from wanting to come back to remembering all the grind in 30 seconds of Kalos content. Yeah, exactly, my dude. Game is just as unforgiving as you remember. One named at the platform itself, not the pyramids. Not sure of the... Yeah, that's it. Well, it says... Next one is Hypo... Gogic Xbothershire. Guy with a really silly name. Can I wear that yet? Ring of Divine Teardrops. Yeah, 480 complet, which we can't do because Froob, essentially. Shades can't use token boards, so my complet is on the floor for a very long time. You need more nanopool. Oh my god, I need to max nanopool. I bet my psychic's crap as well, isn't it? It is, yeah, my psychic. So I don't know, maybe max psychic and see what that does on the next level. Maybe. Okay, let's get Ward. We got Ward, we want the hut. Extra attack. Oh, again, I need more nanopool. Oh, Jesus. Bypassing game mechanics to get into a zone you're not supposed to be in and then actually completing it. That's pretty impressive. No, I haven't seen the video. I don't want to watch people technically cheating. They're not really. The game allows you to beacon warp characters to a zone, bypass the dot that's in the preliminary part of the zone in order to do the fight. But the fact they did the fight is fucking impressive on level 200s. It is, I mean, no two ways around it. It's an impressive job. You know, if you got there without Sharp, you did real well. You know. Siljar Russell subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 56 months. Well, you're very kind, Siljar Russell. Welcome on in. Good to see you. How the hell are you anyway? Right, we got to target Rando Mob 27 down here, who is named something ridiculous, hypoanergelic, yeah, something. Your hand hurt? Who did you punch, and why did you have to punch them? You don't need to punch people. You've got me for that. I'll do the dumbass caveman shit. You don't have to. I need... Okay. Is that all of them? Visionist, something, bullshit, something. Right, okay. Nazis, it's never wrong to punch a Nazi. Never wrong. Indiana Jones punching Nazis since 1939. Yeah. Yeah, because a pride parade makes them gay. And that's an infringement of their rights. Dude, if all it took was a parade to make you gay, I have news. You're probably fucking gay. Who do I want? Visionist Dom Unks Shear. The fuck that is? No, not you, you twat. Nearly killed me before. Oh my god, I'm nearly dead. No! I've got no ill will towards anyone, but those guys are fucking knobheads. Sorry, gonna call it as I see it. If you believe in that fucking outmoded bullshit, you're an idiot. I know I never do, never wrong, and I feel good about it. Damn right. But mostly I feel good because he was screaming like a pig that lost its testicle, and he didn't see that coming from a lady in a wheelchair. Non-mobile doesn't mean not dangerous. Good for you. Fucking yes. Punch a Nazi today, especially if you're in a wheelchair. Yeah, oh my god, politics. No, it's not politics. It's being a human being or being an arsehole. There's no in between. Is this guy... Oh my god, this fucker's still here. I hate these things. Like, my actual faction is so low. They should be like, alright dude, what's up? But no, they have no fucking anything. Let's do a couple of you. Any other big silly name mobs? No. I don't want to kill anything, but I do want to do this quest. Yeah, so you're partially ambulatory, I think the word is. I've probably got it wrong, but yeah, like, so you can walk a bit, but that doesn't make you a marathon runner, you know? Alright, I think I got the fuckers. Right, out of here. No, I'm proud of you. Punch a Nazi today. Yeah, especially if they're turning up to stir up shit somewhere. Look, we fought your dumb arses in the fucking Second World War. Don't make us do it again. You know? Did I get follower as well? I don't know. I was like, tab run, tab run, tab run. It's now sending me to the temple. So I guess I actually got them. Yeah, well, there's different degrees of people that use wheelchairs. There's people who absolutely cannot use their legs. There's people who can a bit, but stumble around badly. And every layer of distinction in between, there's no one size fits all about that. But yeah, I'm sure Nazi motherfucker was surprised as fuck that someone in a wheelchair was willing to punch them in the face. And I applaud you for it. Even though violence is never the answer, I think it's a very good suggestion for people like that. Yeah, my grandfather fought against the Nazis. Why the fuck are they still here? Is, you know, a valid point of view, I think. Don't you? You know, we sent hundreds of thousands of men and women to go fight these fuckers the first time round. And I'm sorry if my intolerance of their reappearance upsets anyone, but if it upsets you, then fuck off. You're on the wrong stream. You know what wheelchair users have? Arm strength. Oh, hell yes. TS 1966. My dad was a prisoner of war in Germany. My grandfather was an engineer in the Royal Air Force. He kept putting the Spitfires and whatnot back together to keep fighting the Nazis. So don't ever, you come at me going, well, I'm a Nazi, prove me wrong. And I'm going to go, well, I can't prove you any more wrong than my grandfather did. And that's why building machinery and maintaining it to make sure you fucking die. Because you won't listen. How'd you like them apples? Yeah, if you're some kind of right-wing nut job on my channel and you don't like what I'm saying, good, we've identified you. Now fuck off. Because I don't want you here. You're a knobhead, you're a prick, and you're delusional if you believe any of that shit. I'm now fucking running blind. Yeah, my grandfather was never captured, thankfully. But he was the guy that was rebuilding Spitfires to keep the fucking German Nazis, not Germans, Nazis. Germans are Germans, Nazis are Nazis. They're different things, out of Britain. You know? My beloved dear mates, I know, they love me. They love me so much. It's difficult sometimes. My grandpa never told me what happened in World War II. There were decent men that were forced into things that they would never normally agree with under the banner of so many social mechanisms and felt nothing but guilt about them for the rest of their lives. So we have to remember to not only not unsupport, but, you know, condemn. But we also have to remember there were people stuck in the middle who were too scared to say anything. You know? I'm not. Someone said, all right, we're going to go on a fucking crusade for this expression of DNA, and if you don't agree with this, you're going to die. It's going to be, well, you're going to have to fucking kill me then. But not everyone can do that. So, you know, fair enough. I mean, the whole thing is based on pure bullshit. There isn't such a thing as a white European race. There's one race, human, and our Homo sapien DNA is only about 17.5% of our total DNA. We are made up of all of the humanoids of the time. Denovians, Neanderthals, every other flavour of human that walked the earth. We're the sum product of adopting that DNA. And that's why we have the problems with disease and other stuff that we have now. And all of us came out of Africa. We're all brown-skinned people in our origins, you know? That is one hell of a long link, but I'll click it anyway. Okay. Good morning, Mom. Do you know your door is locked? Yeah, I'm trying to get away from you, you nutter. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of our DNA is inactive. The active DNA is based on several other hominids that existed 1 million years ago or so. Anyone that has a ridge along their brow has some Neanderthal DNA, and you know, there's so much going on there. 2% is active. Yeah, it's like most of our DNA doesn't do shit, you know, so go figure. This whole, oh, the white race, the fucking, you're talking out your arse. That's got no basis in science whatsoever. Are two light-skinned people more likely to have a light-skinned offspring? Well, duh. But yeah, I mean, the majority of your DNA is so messed up. It's crazy. And this diveration that's like projected onto people and groups of people is all about the simplest tactic of war ever, which is divide and conquer. That's what that's about. You're being suckered into it. And if you believe it in any form, you've been had. You've been had. You're the mark. You've been taken for a fool. So someone can go, oh, people with a darker skin tone than you are the big problem. We should all rise up in anger against other people that are like less than like a tenth of DNA different from you. It's just bullshit, man. It's bullshit. There's just no science to support it at all. Ever. Never was. Never will be. I mean, the difference between ourselves and a chimpanzee is 2%. Can you imagine the difference between two humanoids? I mean, god damn. It's ridiculously small. Spam, 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 spam with the tab. Run to the temple entrance. I'm gonna die. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate this quest. Why do people make me do this quest? Look to you. It doesn't matter if it doesn't register. You're done. Oh, God. And then I crash. Oh, my God. Do I still have the quest? Right, let's have a look. We're going to log in. If I've still got the quest, we're going to go, yeah, good stuff. We still have the quest. And then call it a night, I think. I need food and sleep. I think that's what I need. Love is the point of living. Yeah, I mean, a life without love is, yeah, I mean, you know. Still got the quest, still got the letter. Okay, so for tomorrow night, we will get buffs, maybe hack and quack, or I don't know, just something to keep us alive, and then go running through it all again at the big scary base and see how we do. But until then, I love you all. I will miss you all, and I will see you in the next one. But until then, bye for now.